Are you a sweet little
They
dog?
didn't say. There's been one or
you
two
are.
dogs that she's like.
Don't lick me all over now.
Yeah. Hi, what
He
is
loves to
this?
lick you. Ah.
Yeah, well, it's all over your hands. Isn't it?
Oh, nice. Y'all have to meet your brother and sister-in-law.
Hello.
Oh, boy, brought us lunch.
Jenny!
We can't stay for just a minute. We're just
No,
having a bake sale at church.
Yeah. I'm Bill Eccles.
Well, I'm
my
sure
oldest
you
boy.
said that.
And this
Mary
is,
Lou's mom, Marie.
So you're Mary Lou's mother?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Her baby. He's my baby.
I'm not your baby, I'm the
There's your
oldest
baby.
one.
I'm the
He's
baby.
still my baby.
Yeah.
He's the baby of the family, Gary is.
Yeah.
And he always will be. Okay, how many people ask me if I'm pregnant? You know? I don't even know how to stud around.
Yeah, Gary.
Lucy.
Well,
She.
I'll give it.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
This is my mom, Marie.
Yeah, we met her.
And Percy.
Oh, I'm Bill Eccles.
Pleased
This
to meet you.
is my wife, Jeanette.
Pleased to meet you.
Oh,
Hi, Reba.
I had to rest my neck,
Yeah,
so I
I'm
put
sorry I
my little
didn't
collar on. I can't, but
Well,
I
they
can't
were
talk
late.
as well with it on.
Well, we
Who got after you?
Sure.
I don't know what, it may be an injury that goes back to my childhood. I don't know, it's bothered me
Yeah.
for years and years and years, but I just recently started wearing the collar.
You could have got him when he was out there playing football.
I mean, it could have gone back to when I was a kid. It's hurt off and on for 30
Or
years.
breaking horses or something.
No, I
No.
didn't do that. No, that was
Little
before,
things about a horse.
I was before the horse time.
Oh, yeah.
In here,
Yeah.
honey.
Yeah, Mary Lou
Yeah.
told me we're about the same age.
Yeah, I bet
Well,
the
that's
horse
right. Yeah, Bill's.
Well, I have Jeanette and I have a,
We can't stay, Gary. We gotta,
Yeah.
we're meeting some people down here.
Okay.
we have a daughter that's 2 days older than Gary.
Oh, yeah.
Or, no, 2 days younger.
2 days younger.
2 days younger than Gary.
Gary,
Well,
that'll
wait,
be
no.
good for
That's
you.
what
No
it's right.
calories
Gary
in
was
it.
born first,
Yeah.
then Emily.
Right.
And Emily's
Oh, well,
so
we
our
care about
oldest
that.
daughter's 2 days
Oh,
younger.
Ray,
I guess that's your birthday cake.
I think the cutest baby I saw was Texana, baby.
Daddy,
She sat in that
Daddy
room, played
made,
by herself, and this
You
toys,
made it?
nobody was with
I
her.
made it.
I meant somebody standing outside
I know
the
what case
camera.
is.
You didn't say Texana's
Not
baby.
the church.
Huh? Texana, little girl.
Oh, when Texana was a baby.
Men's fellowship had a deal.
Well, her baby was a baby.
Nice
You never
meeting
seen
you,
her
folks.
face.
Sorry we
Nice
have
meeting
to
you.
run, but
It's all right, good to meet you. You have,
Tracy, don't look.
you got her mixed up with somebody else, Mama.
Well, maybe
You haven't seen Texana's baby.
We'll see you, Reba.
so. Okay, honey.
Was it Emily that brought her
Listen,
baby
we
down?
take. we
Emily
take
was here
care
with
of
her.
Okay, that's.
That's who
her.
she-
We take care of her.
That's good.
Yeah.
If you can't find Mary
they
Lou.
tell me you eat ice cream.
You can't, as long as you can stand her lip,
I
it's
love
all right.
ice cream.
Yep, Mary Lou and I took her to Denny's last week sometime.
I hadn't told on her after doing that, Mother.
Well,
So you got me to go bring it ice cream?
I don't
Gary,
like ice cream.
what we did, they had a picture of a banana split, showed it about that big around, lo and behold, it was. I said, bring 3 spoons.
Couldn't eat one of them things that you had to.
So,
The 3 people eat it?
the three of us sat
We
there
made it
and
look
ate,
bad.
and there was ice cream left.
We made it look
We
very
couldn't eat
damaged,
it all.
but we didn't.
It was good though. It was. Well, Mary Lou said, well, y'all, I've got a pot of beans in the kitchen. I said, good, we'll have dessert first. I didn't realize it was on.
Well, we're getting all this on tape.
Oh,
You're
really?
responsible. I don't care. Got evidence for this.
Yeah,
I'm
and here you
I'm
go
at the middle.
telling on us.
Well, we'll see.
Okay, thanks for coming back.
I'm sure glad to have met you. I want you to know,
Get out of the chair.
we appreciate the testimony.
Come at me. You'll be out of the chair, you come at me up.
You want to get up?
If he wants me up, he has to have me up.
Why does he want you up?
I was telling the dog to get out of the chair. I didn't bring these in here for her to sit in.
Okay, I'm gonna come in here and start spaghetti.
Is today your birthday?
No, it was last week.
Wednesday.
It was last week.
So how old were you, 35? Well, don't
Do I
lie.
have to tell the truth now?
Tell the truth.
Well, you don't have to say
I've
anything.
been
Just say,
29 now for-
take
this
the
is my
5th,
7th year.
take the 5th Amendment.
Yeah. Don't say anything.
Fifth
that would
Amendment
incriminate.
says that you're not required to
I
testify
don't have to answer that question.
in anything that might be incriminating.
Yeah.
I already know it. so.
I know when your birthday is.
It's not so bad when you pretend you can't remember. What's bad is when you really can't remember.
That's what he said, too.
How old
Yeah,
am I?
that's, every year he
They're
says
brothers,
now.
you know.
Oh, come on.
I just remember the big ones, 50, 60.
Those ones are depressing though.
Those
I
ones-
just-
Those ones you remember.
His next birthday, you'll be 60.
Yeah, the next one will be 60. That'll be the big one. See, you say you're 30, that's a, hey,
That's
you're
young,
not a
yeah.
child anymore. Now you're 40, uh-oh, now I'm over the hill.
Well, yesterday I heard you were 35.
Well, I was up until last week.
No.
As long as she
So
was,
then
as long as she
you're
can make it.
36.
As long as possible.
29.
Yeah.
Well, when our daughter-in-law, might have been two of them, when they turned 30, particularly one of them, oh, she got terribly depressed. The idea that she was 30, it was horrible.
Well, you have to look at the generation we come from, you know. Kill everybody over 30.
They're
you
all
know?
the same. Don't trust anybody over there.
Oh.
There you go.
Maybe
Don't
that's
trust
the
anybody
All
reason.
of a
over
sudden
30.
now we're 30.
And all of a sudden we're 30 and we're
I
the
wish I was,
parents.
but
And
I'm
you
not.
just realize how dumb you were when you were 18.
Yeah.
I'm 7 years older than that.
Yeah, actually, I always thought that was kind of stupid. You know, we're not that far away from it ourselves, but
Nope.
that was because I always wanted to be older than what I was. And now that I'm there,
You don't want to be there.
I realize how stupid I was. Yeah.
Well, I've always enjoyed the age I was best of all, but I couldn't help it.
They come in, they told me my son and his wife was out there waiting for me.
Yeah.
I said, oh boy, I thought Mary Lou was gonna come after me.
No.
Oh,
Did
we
y'all get to
saw
go
it.
back and see the room?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
we were
she
there
was
for about
there.
15 minutes.
Yeah,
We
she
didn't
was
disturb her,
there
let her
eating.
eat.
She didn't know we were there, as far as I know, in the beginning. Did they tell you?
They told me.
In the beginning when you were
No.
eating? Okay, okay.
When you got there
I
at the
was
end.
gonna say.
We
So
got
we-
through
I
eating
told them
while
last
she
night
told
that
me.
y'all would be picking her up and
Yeah.
it should be coming over for lunch, but apparently it didn't get.
Yeah, so we just wait till she got through. That way, if we're gonna eat here, there won't be so much, there'll be some more for us.
That's right. We might can
He
sneak
tell him and Gary's candy each
a
other.
little bit down Reba too while we're at it.
Why is that?
What makes him tea? Oh, he's always pulling jokes on me.
Well, it must be hereditary.
Yeah.
It must come from you. We don't have the same father.
Oh, Gary, you look good
Thank
with
God,
glasses.
you know.
Have the
You
same,
didn't
same,
have those
same
on
mother. so-
yesterday.
No.
In fact, yesterday you could see the bags under your eyes. You can't see them as well
Yeah,
today
disguise them with the
your
glasses.
glasses.
Well, I tell you, this is a mutual admiration society.
No, he did
Every one of
have
my
bags
boys are
under
good
his
looking.
eyes yesterday.
Huh?
Every one of my boys are good looking.
Your boys. It's a matter of the definition.
Well, who is it?
I don't consider myself as good looking.
Well, Marlene always thought you were.
I do too.
What other things she's got wrong with her? Besides eyes.
She always thought you were better looking than Dave Smith.
He'll make some tea, I think.
And I hadn't seen Bobby.
And so long.
He's sweet and he's, should go get him. Let him see. Oh, where he's gonna move to.
Did y'all try calling today?
No. Mary Lou, have you tried calling Bobby's house today?
No, but I didn't figure the phone company would be working 6
Probably would be. The only thing I would think is if they had a new number, they would tell you that number's been changed. They usually do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. If they're
And
moving
they-
in the same area of town, they usually just keep their.
Well, it looks to me like there wouldn't be a gap between one time and the other.
There shouldn't be. The only thing is the deal with their house was real awkward. The man who owned their house died and left no will and hadn't paid taxes in years, you know, as far as income tax or city and state taxes. So
Look at, we get, look at it.
his wife didn't know exactly what was gonna happen, but Dorothy said that the IRS had come to their door 2 or 3 times, and they were trying to take the house. And, you know, you can't fight the IRS. You can.
No, that's the
pay
biggest
city
threat to our
taxes on
freedom
that,
is the
but-
Internal Revenue Service.
That's
I'm
right.
much more afraid of them than the Russians.
Yeah.
Always have been.
Yeah.
Because they're not required to
At
do
least we'd know if the Russians were gonna
Yeah.
attack us. These guys are attacking us all the time.
and they do not have to go through due process at all.
They shut down one of our local vets. here just a
You
few
know,
weeks
now,
ago.
anything else, they're required to take you to court and take you through court and establish it by law. They're not required to do anything by due process. It's a dictatorial system perpetuated by bureaucrats. I had so much trouble with them in Jersey about our church being a non-profit organization. And they had a whole long list of questions, and they weren't on any government form, so I finally went down and I said, I'd like to, who asked these questions? It's not a government form. The guy said, I asked those. I said, well, who are you to ask these?
Yeah.
And so he would say, well, he said, how many members you got? I said, does it make any difference how many members we got? A church can be any number.
Yeah.
I said, that's none of your business, I'm going to tell you. So then he said, do you meet in a building? I said, we do, but what difference does that make? He says, well, you could meet in a home, it could be just your little private church. I said, if it's still a church, it's still a church.
Yeah.
So we went on and on and on, and I just told him, I said, I'm not going to answer all these questions. Some of them I will, but some of them I don't think it's any of your business. Since it's not a government forum, and I said, no, I want our declaration, I want the name of your superior if I don't get this thing in a couple of days. So they've been putting us off about 6 months or so. He says, I just want to see it, I'm going to come back if we don't get it pretty soon
Yeah.
and talk to your supervisor. I said, from here I'm going down to Peter Odino's office. He was a representative from Washington. I got the thing in 2 days.
Yeah.
But they get delusions of grandeur, that they're in the office and they don't have any supervision. They do it, I guess, if you challenge them.
Yeah.
But they'll get away with murder. And it's all, you take a little guy and make him a big chief in a little pond, and he goes to his head.
Yeah.
Now, I knew what he was after. What they were doing is there's guys that will declare themselves a preacher and their families the members, and then they say our house is tax exempt because we're a church. And I can appreciate them going after that, but I mean, we've been there for 30 years.
Yeah.
And they wanted and we'd already turned in our financial statements because we were one of the men's a CPA. He figured up our financial statements for they went 3 years of your financial dealings, and we sent all that in. So it wasn't a matter of, we had complied with all the government regulations. It was this guy's private regulations. No, I just told him I wanted the name of his boss.
I don't know nothing about figures.
Well, I don't know a lot about figures, but I do know about, when they send you questions that are not on a form, an official government form, that somebody's making rules of their own.
You gonna leave that running all the time, even when we're not doing much?
I don't know. We're gonna do anything.
Well, I mean, right now, we've
Well, we'd have a
been
song and
sitting
dance.
here. It's not gonna be any different for a while. I didn't know where you wanted to leave it on,
Yeah,
or
we can stop it.
wait and then
Well,
put it on
he thought
again
maybe
after
that's
a
why
while.
you were going to sing.
I'm gonna save some tape and make sure I have. Just gonna operate this thing.
Yeah.
And like for possibly the news, I guess.
What do I have it on all the time?
National Geographic.
Yeah.
ESPN or the Discovery Channel or.
Yeah, we've seen Discovery on
Discovery.
in motels in town.
Yeah.
Some interesting stuff.
Just to sit down and watch the shows that are on regular TV.
No. No, most of it's French.
Yeah. I would be bored to death.
You really would.
I'd get a headache on top of that.
Or they try to watch it later on.
My mom always did get a headache. Every time we turned the TV on when I was a kid. And it's amazing. I do just about the same thing. When the kids are home during the summer, they would absolutely watch TV all day long.
Yeah.
Every day. So, headaches are convenient at times. With
Gary?
kids.
Yeah, this fellow in the church that used to be an official for the NBA, he also was an official for the professional women's basketball. He says, it's amazing. He says, you call a foul on the women and they just stop and go on about their business. You call it on these men, they want to argue, fuss, and beat you up and call you names, but the women never argue. They may look at you with a wrinkled brow and then they just go on,
Yeah.
But I know a fellow that's a preacher that used to referee the basketball games for high school. And when he quit, the reason he quit, as he tells the story, the referee never gets a rest, you know. So he was turning around to run down the field, to run down the court to watch the play, and he ran right into a little old teenage cheerleader. He hit her to plop right on the floor. He was like, and he looked up at the light and said, "I don't need this." And that's when he quit.
Yeah.
She knocked him flat. Of course, he wasn't expecting her to be there, and
Yeah.
she wasn't expecting him to turn around and run into him. But smacked right into the floor. What are they doing? Giving replays of all of that?
Probably. There's a we can't tell from
This
the,
is the interesting.
The game is over with
this
because
is
they had the final
interesting
score.
one. It's the Mexican channel where you can't understand anything anyway.
I have much stuff from what they say.
Inglaterra, Alemania.
no.
Inglaterra. Well, see,
They'll
Inglaterra
have
is
Sunday night when
England.
the regular channels are doing all the football scores.
Yeah.
They'll be running the soccer scores from around the world.
Wish I could go that cold that way.
It's not from the back door, Mom. It's extremely warm outside. I've got the air conditioner on because it's kind of hot and stuffy in here.
You want me to shut the windows?
Won't you get a cover
There's,
and put over the
Well-
bottom of her?
I got all this
I
stuff.
started
No, I
to do
mean
that.
like sometimes, like on the plane, they had these covers
Yeah.
Yeah, I had.
that they put over if you get cold.
They do that.
Dad, will you hold
Huh?
the ladder
They do
for
that
Robert?
work. You want to sit there, she
What?
Will you hold the ladder for Robert?
You cannot reach that with the ladder. There's nothing to prop the ladder up on. Tell him to put my ladder back where he got it.
Yeah, but she probably does get cold sitting there.
Yeah, I used to have a whole bunch of the kids' baby blankets, but I took all of them up to the nursing home. And now the kids go up and they see all their old baby blankets.
What do they use them for?
The people who are in wheelchairs, they,
Oh, okay. Okay, I was
Yeah,
thinking
just-
of
just like
receiving
that.
blankets. Yeah, that wouldn't be big enough.
No.
Okay.
no,
Okay,
just
I
the
see. Yeah.
quilted.
Yeah. Have you gotten rid of all your baby stuff?
Almost, all except what I'll keep forever.
The what?
All except what I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
forever.
I kept some booties.
You'll find out forever may not last forever.
Well, unless we have a fire.
Yeah.
Whichever comes
Unless
first.
we ever move.
No, it will go with us here. I've only got 4 outfits, you know, and their booties and a couple of receiving blankets.
I kept the books.
Yeah, I've got
But I wish I had kept, we sold all the records when we moved to Texas in '80. And, well, I mean, our kids were over that age.
Yeah.
But I always loved the records. And we sold a little record player, and I would give them anything in the world if we had kept them. And that we didn't keep. Bill didn't want to keep the books. I insisted on keeping the books, which we did.
I've loved those books all the way half
Yeah.
the United States.
All
Bunch of
over
kids'
everywhere.
books.
Kids' books.
Whole, how many? 4 boxes. Probably 150 pounds of children's books or more.
minimum.
For grandkids. I wrote on there for grandkids. And I never thought I'd have them. They were so late, never having
Sure
them.
to marry this child.
Oh, well,
Where's that?
little Gary's only 15, so I'm not worried
Yeah.
yet. I hope we have to wait another 10 years, but I'll be surprised. It would be amazing if we did.
Because Emily started so late. Of course, her kids are the only ones I really see.
But she didn't get married till she was 30.
7 years ago
Shut
she
the
got
door,
married.
Philip.
Yeah.
Can't reach it. You can bring it back around to the back door.
brand name, at least I'd never heard of it. So, Gary went to the police auction here a couple of minutes ago and came home with 2 Diamondbacks, because all of our other bikes just got stolen, one right after the other. So, came home with that, and then my mom brought over her old bike and a couple others that she'd had around the house for us to fix and take back over there. And Robert, amongst those was an old Stingray, the kind your kids used to ride probably, with the banana seat.
No.
And no, they didn't have one like that?
Probably not.
No.
With the high handlebars like that. Robert just fell in love with that thing. I rode one like that when I was 18. I rode it from here to Duncanville and back. That was the one and only time I've ever ridden a banana seat, and I'll never do it again. It was much too far.
How far was that?
From here to Duncanville,
You rode there and back?
it's probably 20 miles.
Ooh. So you rode 40 miles.
No. 20 miles round trip.
No,
20 miles one way?
yeah. You know where Lancaster is?
Yeah.
Y'all, if y'all
We
take
know, I know
20
where
back.
Duncanville is, I just where,
Okay, that's,
you know, but they're spread out so much now, you don't know what you get from the edge of one to the other.
well, yeah, that's true. It was before I-20 was there, and we took the back roads, and it was all going down, really down. And then that night they had to play at the high school. They had to play at the high school that I was in, and talk about running. I rode as fast as I could to get home, and 20 minutes after we got home, I just barely had time to shower and change and run up to the school with my hair sopping wet. And that's, I guess, the stupidest thing I've ever done.
Well, I don't know if that was too smart on the day you were going down to
No.
play.
Well, I didn't really think that we would go all the way to Duncanville. You know, I figured we'd go out at 1382 and have a picnic and then go back home. But my sister and her boyfriend wanted to go all the way into Duncanville. So,
I ride almost every day, not quite. Huh?
I've got,
He's not hungry, he wants to study the sermon.
oh, I didn't.
She thought he was hungry.
Don't go sit over there.
No, it's all right.
Let me clean up the fire.
Oh, lunch.
He wanted to go in there where it was quiet, I guess.
My brother fell through one of my people up in that tree. It's at the very top. I can't get it.
Talking about you. I'm not gonna talk about you.
But
Stop till it gets to the top. Nobody ever taught you how to fill it with that?
Drink some out of it. Total mess is when it wipes out everything on the table.
Well, guys are different nowadays. Because I
He
think
doesn't
a
know
lot
any
of men now helping the home and do all these different things. They take care of the baby.
You go on and cry.
I'm not crying. Why did you tell me that story?
Oh, Lord, I don't know, Miss Daisy. Just seemed like that mess back there put me in mind.
That's ridiculous. The temple has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, if you says.
We don't even know what happened. How do you know that policeman was telling you the truth?
Well, why would he go and lie?